American eRacing League, duel number 1. Lineups are going to be set here soon enough, and we will get to the racing as soon as possible. I'm joined here by my good friend Decent House, and we're ready to see some cars go left at Daytona, huh? Ain't that right?
Yes, sir. What's up, everyone? Excited for tonight. Excited to get duel number 1 underway to set the inside line for the Daytona 500. We've got a few guys out there trying to race their way in, and we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, we'll get the lineup to you shortly.
Yeah, once we get in, we'll let y'all know. But should be a good one tonight. Do you have any picks for tonight, Decent House, or for this first duel? Once we get in, depending on who's in there.
Yeah, I'll get back with you once I see the lineup. But yeah. I've got my eye on a few guys. But I'm curious to know, and I'm sorry, I apologize. Do we have any idea on lap percentages and wear on these races?
The percentage I believe is 13%, and either 2 or 4 times.
Nice. So if it's 4 times, we may see a pit stop. They're not running stages, correct? It's just straight up.
I don't believe so.
Fantastic.
Go back up in the cup chat though, real fast, and see what it is.
I'm also excited to see all the drivers in their cars, whether it's new cars or the same cars they were running last year. We got all new paint schemes. It's going to be under the lights. It's going to be a wild duel race. Everybody's getting excited for the season. I know we have the trucks tomorrow night, correct?
Tomorrow night is Tuesday, so you would be correct.
Trucks tomorrow night. We got Xfinity Series. Me and you will be duking it out on Wednesday night. Then Thursday we've got the big one, the Daytona 500.
Yep. Alright, Wednesday night's going to be quite the show.
Oh, it always is. The Xfinity cars never disappoint, man.
Bunch of new drivers coming in. Stuff like that going on, so should be a-okay, and hopefully my connection decides not to kill itself and lag the whole field like it did at Iowa last season in the playoffs and lagged out. Not the playoffs, but whatever.
So far, so good for me. Last season I didn't have any lag issues. I'm actually getting ready to move, so I'm hoping my internet is just as good as it is now. So we'll see how that works itself out. But definitely excited for the Xfinity Series. Definitely excited for my teammates at Team Elite, but also to even watch the Truck Series. Got some new guys on our team, and also we got a returning guy that's going to be going for a championship, and I can't wait to watch the trucks. The trucks are my favorite on the game, yeah, so the night.
Indeed. Well, you have fun with that, and I'll be sticking here with my non-alcoholic drinks because I'm still only 17 years old.
Well, that's a shame, but
I got a bottle of root beer by my side though, so I'm chilling and save the last one for the race.
I tell you what, I'm gonna throw a sponsor plug here. Get you some Rowdy Energy, bud. Get you some Rowdy Energy. Keep you awake all night for this 500. Oh, it's delicious. It's the best.
I gotta try it. I gotta find some. But our list is in for the first duel. We got Sharp 24, OG and Foul, Gator Mike 89, NR Lewis. He's on Elite. Big Jim, FBGM, TK270 Kelvin, new team RKR, also Elite's a new team as well. Shadowhawk, Bros United, LD Allen, and Dalton P64. And Sharp, OG, Dallin, and Dalton are all on Pier. So we've got a bunch of new teams this season, a bunch of new guys to look out for depending on what series you're watching. We got some rookies here and there. We got some guys who were called down. Like, well, we'll just have to wait and see. But, got a good group of guys in each series, and hopefully one on the show every night. Ain't that right, Decent?
Yes, sir. I'm also curious to know. We have 4 drivers in the dual races tonight that can race their way in to the 500, even though they are not full-time Cup drivers. Remind me again who those are. I know Kay Keenitz is potentially one. I know he may be a race time decision. I think he just got back from Wisconsin, so he was traveling today. So I don't know if he's going to make it. But LD Allen and Dalton are two others. Who is the last one there?
So in Duel 1, we have LD Allen and Dalton P64 are two guys that can race in. And then we have Marksman Jr. 123 and what's the other truck guy?
Kay Keenitz.
Okay, yeah, did he make the Final Four? Yeah.
Yep. Yes, he did.
Yes, Kay Keenitz 22.
Yep. So it looks like LD Allen and Dalton P. If
Yep.
Xfinity guys try to make their way into the big show, that would be really cool for them to do that.
You can do me a favor and invite our good friend Joe to the broadcast booth.
You already heard in here with us tonight.
Yes,
for
sir.
The first one. All right.
How you doing tonight,
there
Joe?
He is.
Good, guys. How are y'all?
We're good. Just chatting. Stuff like that going on.
Okay.
So,
Joe, I got a Bud Light cracked. I know you're disappointed it's not a Rowdy Energy, but I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this first duel. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it should be good. I think when you're qualifying, it's just you're trying to get to the back, and the duels, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to go for the finish, so it should be interesting. I don't know if y'all went through the overview for it. So it's 13% races, 26 laps, no stages, so it's all fully caution or black flags. So you don't get that caution called out. It's very costly for your starting position for the 500. So be interesting. We got two call-ups too that are trying to make it. So I'll definitely want to keep an eye on that as well.
Yeah, we hit on that just before you joined. Dalton and LD Allen trying to race their way into the top 5. Those guys are going to be aggressive. And me being and also Ballstick being Xfinity guys, I know I might.
indeed.
Obviously the reason why they were selected is they were Final Four in their respective series. If they can make it, I think it'd be great to show that the kind of the lower series has great talent. By no means does it mean they're not Cup talent worthy. So it'd be interesting to see here tonight.
You never know, man. Some of these guys, they may show some real speed in these Cup cars, and who knows, they might get a few call-ups here and there, or maybe called up in general.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I'm excited to watch tonight's race and the other races on I'll be here every Monday, most likely, so you're chilling.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I don't know if I'll get an invite from Gander. If I don't, I'll let y'all know if y'all could just send me an invite.
Yeah.
I know he'll be sending y'all at least. So who's y'all's pick for Duel 1? Since we're just chatting here, just kind of, chilling until this whole thing starts.
Well, I got my eyes set on three or four. I got them set on Gator Mike. We got NR Lewis, Big Jim, and TK270 Kelvin. Those four gonna be fast. And they're mainly guys I connect with a lot. And then another fast one is Shadowhawk. So those are my top 5 for tonight's race.
Well, hey, not bad picks. What about you, Decent? Who do you got?
I'm not really sure, man. I think I have to go with a combination of Sharp, and I think Shadowhawk will be tough to beat as well.
Yeah, not bad. I know one of the issues that they were just having right then is Sharp with the lag a little bit. Jim also with a little bit of lag. So, again, just that importance of, hey, no stages, and if that caution doesn't get called, you're kind of out in no man's land the whole race. So it'll be interesting. I hate to make a pick because I'm competing against these guys, but I'm I wouldn't put it past Gator for sure. I think would be my top pick, and then maybe a shocker. Maybe Bros gets in there at some point towards the end. Maybe he can avoid the lag issues. But those are my two picks. Lewis, obviously, teammate of mine. I wish him the best, but we'll see how that goes. Don't want to be biased in here.
I
also wish Lewis good luck, but I didn't realize Big Jim was in this duel. If he can keep the internet situation under control, I think Big Jim will be tough to beat as well. It looks like does he have any teammates in this one though?
He does not, but
oh man.
I think he'll be working with DK270 Kelvin because of the whole FBGM RKR thing.
I was going to say, the first duel actually doesn't really have that many teammates together.
No.
If you take a glance at the second lineup,
a lot more
it's
people
straight
there.
teammates.
Yeah, it's literally.
So it'll be nice to see how it goes from duel 1 to duel 2. And unfortunately, I won't be here in the booth. I'll have to be down there trying to figure out how to get up front. So it'll be nice. Can't wait to see what Duel 1 provides to kind of help me learn a little bit for what I can use in Duel 2 at least.
Definitely packed with some Fords in Duel 2. That's for sure. Got a lot of Fords, a lot of blue ovals to deal with in that one. The best of luck to you there, Joe.
Yeah, appreciate it. I was gonna say, ask y'all how maybe tomorrow's gonna feel with it being the truck season opener. But none of y'all are truck series drivers, so no point to even ask that. But I guess since y'all are both Xfinity, are y'all kind of just looking to see how both of these races go to kind of maybe see what you can use for the season opener for you?
Yeah, I'm hoping to see how things work out for these Cup guys up here, and also seeing what's gonna happen and see which runs could be the best, because I feel like that outside line and compared to Heat 4 is actually a lot more easier to run, to get a better run on the outside instead of just having to have like 2 or 3 extra guys, and the bottom line does you actually run kind of even. So I'm excited to see.
I'm actually pretty curious with the outside line as well. That's a good point there, Ballistic. It's going to be interesting to see because these cars have so much, they're going to have more speed than of course the Xfinity and truck guys. But I'm curious to see if the higher RPM or the higher power creates more of a run on the outside, or if the lower power would. The trucks might be a little more compact, I guess, to say the least. And also the Xfinity cars. I'm hoping that we can get the outside line going for the Xfinity race, and I'm curious to see what happens tonight.
Indeed. We should have a nice, fun season, very competitive season. Now that I feel like the skill, even compared to season 2, is very more compact between a lot of guys. Like I mentioned earlier, we had some Cup guys move down, and some Xfinity guys moved down, while our best truck guys like Decent House and Kev Rogata have moved up to Xfinity, and our best Xfinity guys, including our champion, moving up to the Cup Series.
Yeah, a lot of moving pieces from last season. It'll be interesting. The truck series kind of lost a big chunk of its talent that was up there, but Keenitz is still there. He'll obviously be one of the favorites. Matt the Breadman, from what it sounds like, him dropping down from Xfinity to trucks, he'll be one of those to watch for as well. So, a lot of moving pieces. It'll definitely make it more interesting. Cup is obviously filled with so much talent. Maybe if I win one race, I'll call it a good season after that. But, it should be very competitive, and that's what we're all looking forward to in this league.
I'm not trying to look ahead beyond Daytona because the excitement for this week is at least for me is at an all-time high. I'm excited for Daytona, but I'm not much of a restrictor plate guy. I'm ready for Iowa and the trucks. I think that's going to be one heck of a race. And then obviously the Xfinity guys moving to Phoenix, but yeah, we got our minds on Daytona, and I hope we can all put on a good show.
Indeed. I'm not much of a super speedway guy either, but hopefully it comes out all right.
Yeah, I can't agree with you. I'm definitely a super speedway guy here.
Well, have we got in the room yet, Ballstick?
I have not gotten a thing yet. Whatever it's called, an invite. Alright. Getting in there soon enough.
So, remind me again, Joe, what is the wear again?
So the wear is 1 times, so there's no need to pit. If you feel like you want the high air pressures during a caution, by all means, but no need to pit. You can make it on a full run, so shouldn't be any issue with tires, shouldn't be any issue with fuel. You're just going all out to get yourself up front at the end of this race.
So I guess I'll ask you, and obviously don't give away your strategy for Duel 2, but it's going to be interesting to see, is it worth losing the track position? Say if a caution comes out and you're first, second, or third, do you risk losing the track position to go in and hike those tire pressures up, or do you stay out front?
I think just prior experience, you've you kind of judge the field a little bit. If you see a lot of people pitting, you're assuming that they're obviously not taking fuel, so they're going to be taking tires. You just have to really guess if it's going to be 2 or 4, and that's the big question when you're pitting under caution. So it just depends. I think if you're confident enough in your car, you don't pit, and it's really not that bad at a plate track. You know, the tires don't really make that huge of a difference. So in my opinion, I don't. But every situation is different, so I could tell you this now, and then you see me in the race and I pit from first or third. So it just depends on how much you believe in your car to make those moves and everything towards the end. And hey, it's your call. It's there's no right or wrong answer until you you figure out if you won or lost at the end of the race.
I hear you there. I think another big makes the move and win, because during the Clash race, is it the Clash race? Yeah, the Busch Clash last Thursday, we saw a move on the last lap, and it didn't work out for Captain Killam. So I'm curious to see if those guys maybe make that move a lap earlier, or wait till turns 2 or turns 4 on the last lap to make a move towards the checkered flag.
Yeah, and it's really tough. You just really have to have that good push from behind if you're going to make that move. You know, with it being the fresh season, the Clash is just it's competitive. We all want to win it, but we all want to make sure like how we're going to be able to work with people in the duels, the 500. So be it. So it's a good test session for those guys that make it. But obviously, we need to work on the outside line a little bit more. If you check the League versus League stream against Giggity yesterday, we had the outside line working perfectly. So depends on who you're working with, to be honest, to get that line rolling. But I think the more time we get spent together running those kind of tracks, the better we'll get those outside line working.
So I'm curious. So I raced a little bit of iRacing, and I know this game is not as realistic as iRacing, as we know. 704, great company.
I couldn't agree more.
So I've noticed that the outside line is really far separated from the bottom line when you guys get that outside rolling. Do you think it would be beneficial to actually get down on the door and side draft, or does it actually slow the outside line down?
It's a good question. And I really hate to spoil the secrets, but it does. If you side, it does. It kind of stalls it a little bit. But what's really unique about Daytona is you can pull it off a little bit better, even though running the outside line is quicker or further away from the inside line. At Talladega, it's more impactful how further away you are, whereas Daytona, you can get a little closer. So it's kind of dependent on who you got, man. I hate to keep saying that, but if you got good pushers behind, you can make the outside line work if you're close to the inside line or up against the wall. It's safer to be close to the inside line, but I prefer the wall as well, and I've had my fair share of bad experiences against the wall. So just kind of hit and miss when it comes to that, man.
And here we go. The one has officially started, and OG Infal seems to have a commanding lead over the outside line leader of Gator Mike 89, and see if they can come back and maybe give Gator the lead, but they only have 3 up there so far.
Yeah, and I don't think they're really trying to make the line work. I think it's just on that start initially that you just got to kind of run up there. You don't want to lay back and then all of a sudden find yourself in a spot where you might lose the draft possibly. So, first lap, no need to panic. Kind of just see how the outside line gives a good feel and then work your way back down to get some guys running with you up top later on.
Here's a familiar name we haven't seen in quite a little while. We got Bros United here in returning in the 95 for this season. It's good to see that. Glad to have him back.
Good.
I know I misspoke a little bit earlier. I thought this race was under the lights for some reason. I was incorrect. It's actually the day race. So the paint schemes don't look quite as good, but still some new names with some new cars, and I will say I really like that 43.
That 43 is nice.
43 scheme is good. Oh, his Bro's getting to 48.
Gotta be either loose or tight there. Middle of the turn. But,
it looks like you got a little bit tight going in that mid corner. I mean, with it being 3 wide, and I've raced with Bros before. I know he's got experience, but maybe just kind of taking a little bit easier approach, not forcing 3 wide. Maybe he got forced there a little bit, but definitely don't want to force that right now this early on in the race.
Unfortunately, the guys behind Bros, Sharp and OG Infal. Sharp has been having lag issues, so hopefully lag can sort itself out before they get back up here to the field.
So one of those guys that we were talking about that has to race their way into the 500, Dalton P64 right now in P2, was in the Final 4 for the Xfinity Series last season, so good to see him up there. And also right behind him, another driver that has to race his way in is Allen, 97, who is in 3rd in the 00, as Jim starting to make a move on the outside here.
Also his teammate.
That was a great move by Jim to get to the outside line right there, man. That was close, jumping in front of the 24.
And that's the thing. I mean, you get that run off from the guy ahead of you, and it just seems so inviting to go on the outside when you see people out there. But they have to have a run to make it work out there, because you see now that Jim made that great move. He's now starting to stall out just a tad bit, and he'll start to lose spots here on the back stretch.
So how many laps, Joe, does it take for that outside line to actually get the momentum going? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it more?
It's not really a set lap. You don't want to work it too early. First 5 laps, I would say you don't want to try it right now. Everybody's kind of getting set in their how they're turning everything and not making the car loose. Probably around 5 through 10, you kind of start to experiment a little bit, see who will come out there with you. You're going to fall back, from the middle of the pack, obviously. But I think probably roughly around 5 to 10 laps is when I would start trying to figure it out, because, I mean, this race is so short, you don't really have that much time to figure it all out.
Some good information there. It looks like all the guys are all in line here. I don't think anybody has fallen back and lost the draft, so it's everyone's game at this point still.
And Jim, again, is making that run on the outside. And I mean, like I said, it's just so welcoming to go up there. I love it, but there's just no run as Shadow actually comes out the outside.
In our Lewis,
you have to have that push.
In our Lewis in the 19s holding the bottom well. 37's following him. He doesn't want to jump out just yet.
A guy that would definitely use a win. I know the Duels won't count officially as a race win, but for someone that has finished second many times last season, was almost right there at the Final 4 for last season Cup. No thanks to me on that one. But he's a guy that's definitely going to get a win here, I think, this season. And, this would definitely be a big momentum booster if he can win here tonight.
I'm excited to watch every step of the way.
As Bro's got a little bit of that apron glitch right there off 3 as he gets into OG a little bit again with the nose. And they straighten it out a little bit there.
Shadow
making another run, yeah. Shadow's really trying that outside, just seeing what maybe his car has got by itself. I don't know if that's really going to help him at this point, though. You're going to have a friend.
He's going to need some more horsepower if he's going to do it by himself, and I don't think he was able to do that in between qualifying and now. As Sharp looks to the outside with OG there a little bit, not going to make a run, but maybe possibly just kind of seeing how the car handles up there as OG dives back down to the inside line and leaves Sharp to the back there.
Big Jim, a huge run on the outside. He's going to challenge the 19 for the lead here. Lewis got a huge run off too, and some huge separation there, and allowed for those guys to really creep
Gander
up on
goes
his
up to the outside to help as well. Bros is working up on the outside. Sharp is a little bit back right now, so more numbers on the outside lane until Sharp can get back up to the inside line.
So what does Jim do here? Does he drop to the bottom, or does he stick with the top? It looks like he's sticking with the top here.
Gonna have to stick to the top. Sharp goes to the top.
Oh,
and they're contact.
In the 43 and the 24. Oh, the 24. Sucks for Diggy 270 Kelvin in that beautiful sea glass. Beautiful.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I love that everybody's willing to make those moves, but you got to be cautious with it. As soon as it starts going 3 wide, you're starting to sweat either on the right or left side, wonder where that car is at around you because they might be losing it.
And unfortunately, even if you do not make contact on your screen, you may make contact on the other guy's screen, unfortunately, with the servers. So it can really ruin a race, and you may not even notice that you hit the guy on your screen.
Absolutely. As if I'm Alan and God forbid, Dalton right now. As they're making a move on the outside of Lewis here.
With help from OG in the 48.
As the 37 actually passes, so Dalton to the lead.
And that's remember, exciting. Dalton in the 37 has to race his way in. Top 5 finish will put him in the Daytona 500.
And I was just getting ready to say, if I'm them, I'm just sticking to the back of Lewis and, stakes it out to the inside. But Dalton had a different opinion on that. It worked out for him. He's in the lead, but Allen here is going to fall to the back.
The 3 guys on the top that were working together were all on pure auto racing, I'm pretty sure. And it kind of sucks when you leave your teammates at the dry for personal gain, but who knows, that could have been a plan that they had.
And I think that I would say that probably was the plan. There's no need to risk having both of your guys go all the way to the back. Might as well at least save one up there, and maybe the other guy can start working, as the outside line has not dropped off quite yet.
No, sir.
One kind of questions maybe Dalton's not brake checking, but kind of stalling the inside line here, as the outside line's kind of broken up here now, so the inside should prevail here shortly. And Allen dives right back down for P5.
That could have been real bad. Even if you're just off by an inch, you can easily either send yourself into the wall or that car on your inside down the infield.
Lewis got loose.
We see Lewis get loose off turn 2.
He might lose the draft. It's going to be close.
I think he'll have it. Sharpen looks like he's kind of far enough. Gator's not really pushing it either. 3 wide in turn 4 here. Wow. Bros gets a little tight. Gets just barely off the wall.
If Bros can tuck in with this middle line, that should be a good battle coming up here soon, as we see Sharp join the higher line.
And, man, I just I'm very impressed with that move by Dalton. I know that Allen's actually up to P2 now. Wow.
Those boys came to race. They were wanting in this Daytona 500.
I was going to say, just great move by Dalton, but, I didn't even realize Allen got back up to second here. So, man, but outside line is getting the numbers now. And it's no surprise who's leading that, was leading that high line there. Gator Mike is obviously one of those guys. He's got OG actually coming on the outside now to get a run. And Bros sticks to the inside here to get up to close to about roughly P5 right now.
She's in tight racing. Fortunately, the last tight race that we had made some guy lose the draft, which really sucks, but I'm hopefully see some more aggressiveness.
And the outside line is starting to challenge as OG takes the lead here on the backstretch.
Guys, I don't see a live stream anywhere. Do you have any idea what lap we might be on?
I guess some bad news for you then.
We went off the lap counter that they said we are going to have. So thanks 704. We're just going to guess here. I don't care what lap it is right now. It's actually pretty intense races. OG cannot clear Dalton here. Gainer Mike on the pushing the 48 though.
Too bad for that ticker, man.
It looks like Allen got a little bit in Gator there.
Hey Joe, you know what we have? Car on track, mini car on track. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, mini car on track. Mini car on track. All right, we're going single file now. Obviously, that little hiccup has kind of made them reset here to get a line moving again. As Bros makes a move on the outside, just no help yet. Sharp comes to the outside. Gator to the outside a little bit to help Sharp. And Gator dives right back down.
We'll see if Big Jim and NR Lewis will still have the draft coming here soon. If Sharp moves back down, without a doubt they'll have it. But I think they're in the clear currently.
And just like the real Cup cars, these guys are moving left and right. It's really hard to judge when another guy is going to go left or right as well. So this is much more difficult than what it looks like.
Yes, and they are 3 wide in turn 3 there. I think Gator kind of wanted to back out there and kind of dive back behind Shadow there. Shadow moves up to P3 now.
Got Sharp's lagging here just a little bit. Looks like he might lose the draft here, according to the. He's going to get the 400 mile per hour boost. It looks like.
Yeah, shout out to the lag there. And it looks like Shadow's actually getting ready to make a run here. He got a huge amount of space there behind Allen, and contact between him and Allen there a little bit. It looks like Allen knew what he was going to do and kind of made the late move there on the outside to block that run, but here they come anyway.
Wow. Some great racing we've seen so far.
Indeed, it's enjoyable to watch him from here, not being in that mess right now. Contact between Allen and OG.
Mowing.
And he's going to keep it straight, but that is definitely going to force him to lose the draft. As Allen hits the apron there, gets a little contact with Jim.
Shut-off went way up high.
Ooh, I don't know. I think Shadow's lagging a little bit now.
Yeah, it's either me or Shadow. I think it's Shadow this time.
Oh, you hate to see it, man. The guy is one of the... It annoys me sometimes, but one of the most aggressive guys on the plate tracks that can make those moves. You hate to see if lag's actually affect how he's going to finish this race here.
Big Jim and
Avenged.
It looks like.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hey.
Ooh. Jim's making that run on the outside. I wonder if he's going to dive down though to make that move, keep his position. But it looks like he's going to stay up high and pull everybody with him.
Oh, tag on, Joe. You're acting like you've done this before, man. I need to be up in the booth a little bit more.
Indeed.
It's future plans, man. Future plans.
All right, so we got dual ones here tonight, huh? So what are we looking at?
Right now, Jim currently in P1 after a huge move on the outside, followed by Gator, Lewis in 3rd, Bros in 4th, and it looks like Dalton in 5th, Allen in 6th, Shadow 7th, I think Sharp 8th, and nope, OG 8th, Sharp 9th, and TK 20 or 2K270 Kelvin in 10th, unfortunately.
Now, excuse me if you guys have already gone over this, but these guys that have to drive into the Daytona 500, do they have to finish in the top 5 in stage dual 1 and dual 2? Or
yes, sir. And currently, right now, Dalton is in 5th, so he would actually clinch a spot in, and Allen is currently right outside in 6th.
Oh, this could be interesting. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take this over. I just wanted to check in with you guys.
All good.
All good, bro.
And it looks like Jim is actually keeping that inside line moving. Nobody being able to make a move on the outside. And that's what kind of hurts once those guys on the outside, if they can make a move past you and nobody else is willing to go on the outside, it kind of just makes you stuck where you're at until probably closer to the end of the race here. So probably won't see anything here for maybe few laps because we're getting ready to get to the end here. As actually, it looks like Allen and Shadow are making a move, and Shadow had wanted nothing of Allen.
Oh, 3 wide back here. That's kind of sad. Do we know how many laps to go? And I'll get out of here.
No, actually, unfortunately, we do not. So if you do, by all means, let us know.
I don't know. I don't think any of these guys are streaming. Who we got? Is Gator not streaming tonight?
Unfortunately, the live stream is showing nobody in this race is streaming, so we are going to guesstimate the amount of laps left.
If somebody wrecks, we'll say 1 to go.
I was going to check real quick to see if Gator's streaming. And then,
and they are just stuck single file, so I think, like I said, that as Allen continues to try to make something go on the outside, but nobody's going with him. That's what stinks when you when you've done everything right up to this point, and as it looks like Allen and Dalton have been shuffled out, but Dalton's still holding on to P5 for his life right now to stay in the 500. I mean, it's so like disheartening to see that nobody's going to help push you up there.
We have a comment from our good friend Penn, and he says, "If I was racing, I'd show you a good and exciting race. That's for sure." Indeed,
Penn. You hit the apron more times than anybody right now. That's no shade. Anyway, still single file line. Currently, lineup still remains unchanged. You got Jim in first, Gator second, Lewis third, Bros fourth, Dalton fifth, Shadow sixth, Allen in seventh, and OG in eighth, Sharp in ninth, and Kevin in 10th. Get the yawn out. Get the yawn out. As Bros actually get shuffled out.
And you will be rejoining back in 7th on the inside line.
I think Big Jim, Gator Mike, and NR Lewis are pretty content here, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, and at least to run some of these laps out, and then, obviously the guy in second or third is going to make that move, but I think those guys are pretty content holding the Xfinity guys behind them and letting them try that outside line, which is going nowhere at this point.
And right now, especially if I'm Dalton and Allen, I'm not pushing the issue. I'm just staying where I'm at right now. Dalton being a fourth and Allen being a fifth, you're safe where you are right now. But it's such a dilemma because
3 coming.
10-4, and the Shadow is a really good pusher and a good run maker here at these plate tracks. It's going to be kind of a decisive move if you want to go with him and maybe get another position out of this, or you stick to the inside line and hope that they don't do anything.
Oh, coming up on a Kevin 1.0, but I don't think they're gonna have enough time.
Not enough speed, but really look at that! Just pulled a little bit on the outside there. Dalton up to P3.
So those that qualified first and second, they will be still on the front row, correct?
Yeah. So excuse me, I'm Allen's in third, by the way. My fault. So first and second are guaranteed. So Sharp from Duel 1 is actually your pole sitter for the 500, so congrats to him. I forgot to say that earlier. And then Crunch, who will be in Duel 2, is your P2 starter for the 500.
Sharp must have pitted.
I'd say Sharp just doesn't want to damage that car for the 500. He must have a rocket.
He's keeping it very, very clean. As they are making a move on the outside here, it looks like it must be 1 to go, correct? Or 2 to go?
I think we're at 2 to go, coming to 1. But,
and the intensity is picking up. Starting to side draft a little more, starting to push a little harder. We might see
Allen is going to lose spots. He is going to be in a must-needed run on that outside against the spots. Right now, P7 has... Oh, Dalton loses. Actually, that was the race. Allen is going to... Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry. Looks like Dalton just lost it.
Well, that's not good for him at all. Let's see if we got Allen taking the 4th spot away from Bros United, and see if he can. Oh wait, if we.
That is actually Shadow. Allen and Dalton are currently out of the. Oh, they're going to make the move on the outside here.
This is going to be nice to watch. We got Gator Mike leading the charge in the outside line. Bros United goes down to the bottom line.
Oh, the Toyotas come up.
And here comes a 0-0 from way back.
God knows where. Here we go.
And Big Jim, as far as I know, has won this race.
And Big Jim.
That will do it. Big Jim is the winner, and it looks like, is that LD Allen?
It is LD Allen who raced in.
LD Allen has raced his way into the 500.
Let's get Jim in here and Lewis, and then we'll get down as I sound for interviews.
Wow, what an incredible race. The Toyotas teamed up on the bottom. I think they finished 1, 2, 3 there, and LD Allen in a 0-0.
Very exciting.
Yeah, could not ask for a better race there.
We'll get Bros in here too. We'll
has raced his way into the 500. Wow. Awesome.
So, whenever you can, Decent House, do us a favor and invite our race winner.
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
That was quite the exciting race to watch. I wasn't ready for all that at the end.
We'll just do one at a time. You guys good with that?
One at a time.
All right.
Like usual.
All right. Big Jim has the invite. Let's see if he joins up.
Whew. That was exciting.
It was, man. Just, tough break for Dalton there.
And Big Jim has joined us.
Welcome to
How's
the
it going,
booth.
guys?
Good, man. I want to take the lead here, but congrats on the win. For doing one, you'll be starting P4 or P3 actually. Take us through that final 2 laps for us, man. How did it feel, kind of just making sure you kept the lead there and didn't have any runs to take that position away from you?
Well, as you know, Joe, the league versus league we did, it was me and Gator, we were pushing each other a good portion of that race, and the same thing came to fruition here. He pushed me all the way past everyone he could, and then that last lap, man, he was trying to, it was a lot of games, he was trying to back it off a little bit, and I was backing it off a little bit, trying to keep the run from being that incredible. And I mean, unfortunate for him, he just caught my right rear quarter panel coming out of turn 2, and it stalled his run and basically guaranteed a win for me. But yeah, man, it's fun.
And good stuff, man. We enjoy watching it. Congratulations. I'll hand it to Decent for the next question if he has anything for you.
Hey, Jim, congrats on duel number 1 win. You're going to be starting P3 in the Daytona 500. Congratulations first and foremost, but I'm curious to know, you guys were following the 2 guys, the 2 Xfinity guys trying to race their way in, and then they got shuffled. I bet it was in the back of your mind that these guys are going to be aggressive, trying to get back up to the front to try to clinch their spot in the 500, and actually LD Allen did clinch. But I'm just curious to know what was your opinion on the outside line? Did you like the outside line in this race, or would you prefer to be on the bottom?
Well, first, talking about those Xfinity guys, I mean, they were really fast and had it basically planned out 2 laps ago. They were going to try that run on the outside. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough people up there to keep that run going, but it was a good showing for them, and congrats to Allen. But going to your other question about the high line, I love the high line. Like, that's the place to make a move. You can go on that inside line, but usually you just find yourself kind of blocked up. That outside line gives you a little more room to operate, and it's a little more fun anyways, so why not try it?
All right, well, congrats, and looking forward to Thursday.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Jim. Jim?
Boss, are you there?
Hello?
Hello?
Thought I lost you for a minute.
No, you didn't lose me. I'm here.
After this race, what do you expect coming to the 500? Unless that's what Decent said. I wasn't really paying attention.
No, he was talking about the outside. But yeah, the 500, it's going to be a little different because I don't know if you noticed that race, but other than the Xfinity guys and OG, it was basically a mix of all the teams and unaffiliated guys out there. So it was a lot of guys just trying to find a line and trying to find a hole, push through the hole, find help where you could get it. The 500 is going to be a lot more of finding your teammates, staying with your teammates, pushing them to the front. So I think you're going to see a lot of disparity there.
All right. Well, congrats on winning the duel and starting P3, I believe. Good showing tonight.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun.
So.
All right. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Yep. Yep. My bad. I don't know how this works. Let's get. You guys want to get the top 4 or just the top 2 and then Dallin?
Probably just get the top 2 and then we'll get Alan in here.
Right.
I think that'd be just a little easier.
All right. We got Lewis in second. Second place king.
Yeah. Second place king.
That's actually going to be my question for him.
That's funny, man. Wish is a character.
Alright, invite is out for NR Lewis.
Let's hope he has his voice shared. This little awkward silence. Just waiting.
No, it's okay. I mean, honestly, we like that whole race. It was just nonstop like action. So I mean, not really too much else to say. I mean, it was just awesome.
All right, we have been joined by NR Lewis. Well, congrats on P2, my man. I'm going to start out the questions and just say, man, are you tired of finishing second?
It's just a duel. I'll take it. Starting 5th for the 500 will be great.
Absolutely. Track position will mean everything for the 500. Congrats on the second place finish. Way to keep it clean. And
thank you.
The Toyotas got hooked up on the bottom. It was cool to see that. And I'm ready for Thursday. So congrats again.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'll start the next question. Lewis, congrats. P5 start in the 500. I kind of asked Jim the same question, but I'll ask you, in those last, like, kind of 2 to 3 laps, I mean, what's kind of going through your head? Are you thinking if there's a run on the outside, you're taking it, or are you just sticking to the bottom, keeping your position, hoping that it can keep you up front?
I was in 3rd there behind Gander, and I knew if he got a big run, I was going to follow him, but it kind of stalled out on the backstretch there on that last lap, so I kind of took what I could. Feel bad for leaving him there, but just took the spot that I could because he didn't really get a big run at all.
I also want to congratulate you, Lewis, on having the most monotone voice I think I've ever had to interview. And I know you can agree with that. As a teammate, congrats, for sure on a great run. But from a boost standpoint, Ballsy, you got any questions for Lewis?
I kind of asked Jim the same thing here, Lewis, but seeing how tonight's race went for your duel, is this kind of what you expect for the 500 coming up, or do you expect maybe a little bit more action with more cars on the track?
Today was definitely a good bit of action, so just a lot of 3-wide moves, cars moving, so looking forward to it, but could get some wrecks here and there in the 500, but it should be some good, intense racing.
All right.
All right, Lewis. Well, congrats on P2.
Thank you.
And best of luck in the 500. Team Elite will be rooting you on, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna need to go to a blue screen real fast to invite Dallin, or at least suggest him. I don't know if you have him on there.
I do not have Alan on my friends list.
Alright, I got you with the suggestion. The TJR versus FBGM duel is something Jim just said. There's a lot in there.
Hey, talk your smack, man. You just won the duel. You gotta talk your smack. Don't just relax now. Like, oh, I got P3. Man, you got go full force on that.
I think he's mainly just talking in general.
All right, we have been joined by LD Allen, Xfinity guy who has raced his way into the Daytona 500. Congratulations, LD Allen.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So we'll start out with questions. Joe, you got any questions for LD Allen?
Yeah, first off, man, hey, congrats. Hey, you made every move to get yourself into the 500, man. The first question I have, or just the main question, I guess, in terms of that last lap, it looks like Dalton had kind of messed up on the outside there. I don't know if it was an in-race incident or what, but Did that kind of alter your plans that y'all had going there, or were you just kind of seeing him make a mistake and kind of taking advantage of that?
Well, honestly, it was like the lap before that. I was in the third, and then I went high with Shadow, and then I just went all the way to the back. Looking back on that, that was very stupid. We should have just stayed third. But anyways, Dalton got under Lewis, and then Lewis came back down and put him on the apron. That's why he went up the track. And I didn't really have anything planned at that point. But then luckily I stayed in the draft there, and it kind of got crazy on the backstretch, so it kind of worked out. But yeah, I really should have just sat in third on the bottom.
That's all good, man. Congrats again. I'm going to lead the next question to Ball Stick. Any questions for ID Allen here?
Well, quite the familiar face we had. It was a very exciting race to watch tonight, and I asked Lewis and Jim the same thing. Very basic question, but is this what you kind of expect in the 500 later coming on a Thursday, or do you expect more action or less? Or?
No, I expect it to be about the same. It was kind of crazy when me and Dalton were at the front. It was a little more intense, but then we got fast on the high side and it calmed down for a bit. So I kind of expect it to be like that. Beginning of the stage, a little crazy, and then middle of the stage, it'll calm down, and then at the end of the stage, it'll pick back up again. But it'll probably be like that the whole night.
All right. And Decent, did you ask a question?
I didn't. I do have a question for him, though. Alan, this is Decent House up in the booth. I'm curious to know, on Wednesday you're going to be running the Xfinity race with Ballstick and I. Do you think that could potentially maybe give you a little bit of an advantage for the Daytona 500?
Yeah, I mean, any racing at the same track is going to help. I don't think it really, especially at Daytona and Talladega, the car doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, just more practice drafting and trying to get runs to pass people. That definitely won't hurt. But I'm gonna be honest, the 500, I'm just kind of looking to not wreck anybody, and if I'm there at the end, that'll be cool. But I ain't looking to cause trouble.
I hear you. Well, best of luck in the 500 and also in the Xfinity race on Wednesday, and good finish for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, well, that's a wrap on Duel 1. I'm ready for Duel 2. How about you?
I'm ready.
Me too, guys, and I'm going to back out, so see ya.
Best of luck,
you,
Joe.
Hey, Gator, should I keep the stream going, or should I end it and put Duel 2?
Ah, keep it going.
Right,
keep it going.
Kind of made it Duel 1, and
we can relabel it later.
Yeah, we'll do that later. Welcome, Gator.
Thank you. Fresh off of my 6th place performance in Duel 1, because nobody wanted to go with me on the high side on the last lap.
Gator, I gotta ask. It was a little bit. It looked aggressive from the stream. Can it get any more aggressive for the 500?
Yeah, but I think, in the 500, stages are going to be on, cautions are going to be on, so the aggression is going to ramp up because guys know they have that to fall back on, at least the stage breaks, if a caution doesn't come out. But these duels, there's no stages, so it's either a caution or nothing. So even though it looked aggressive, I think it was fairly tame.
I hear you. Well, we had fun calling that one. That was a good race. I'm excited for Duel 2. It looks like we got a lot of blue ovals in this one, and some more teammate action in this one. I think we have more teammates in this duel than we did in the first one.
Indeed, we do.
Definitely. I was stuck being the only Ford out there on the track in Duel 1, so finding partners to work with was a little bit difficult. But hey, I'm not too worried about my 500 starting spot. I'd kind of rather start towards the back anyways. So.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, looks like they're loading in, so we can go ahead and end.
Go for it. The more the merrier. Yeah. Where am I supposed to go? Here we go. So hopefully we have someone else stream so we know what the lap count is. That'd be nice. But
I think Captain Killam is gonna stream.
oh, I think he is. Hey Kev, bro, what's up?
Yeah. I was planning on streaming, but I had a
Here
lot
and there.
going on my plate and kind of forgot about it. So
Right.
Yeah,
trying to organize all this and send everybody invites one by one is a little
Made a game
taxing.
invite, guys.
we were playing the what lap is it game. Wasn't sure thanks to 704's lack of ticker.
Hey guys, I just need a game invite.
I already loaded in my bed.
I can back out. I've got like 5 invites.
As Duel 2 is underway, and we already have. Not sure whether it's me lagging or what, but the 6 was already sideways.
I'm gonna need a game invite too, guys.
I got
Good.
you.
Alright, yeah, that's a good.
Gator, just send like 2 or 3.
So far we have the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch, and mostly they're almost already just single file throughout this race instead of maybe a lap double. But we got Lieutenant Crunch followed by his teammate of. Wait, that's not his teammate. That is just Jackboy on TJR. My fault. And then the 6 of Lights Out, who is an Xfinity regular, but now he is a Cup regular for this season, I believe. Followed by Ronnie Mack in the 21.
I know for a fact that Lieutenant Crunch is all warmed up. I was just in a couple public lobbies with him, and he won both races at Kansas and Homestead, so he is warmed up and ready to go.
He's hugging that bottom line, man.
He is also on the front row for the Daytona 500 qualifying second. So he better keep the car clean or he's got to go to the back.
If only it worked that way.
Yeah. Too bad it's not that realistic, but hey. 704, right?
Yep,
Small team, small team.
small team. So currently we do not have anyone trying to race into the 500 in the top 4, but that can always change later in the race, as I have a line spike of my own.
Alright, I'm gonna pull up Killam's live stream, follow the lap counter here, unlike the last.
We already have one of the guys trying to race into the 500 way behind, so he's up there praying for a caution here soon. Which we went cautionless in the first duel, so not looking good for him already. As we have our other guy trying to race in of K Keen at 22, rounding out the back of the pack.
So it looks like Marksman in the 47 is way far behind. It's almost realistic to Recce Spinhouse.
I've also noticed that it looks like Duel 2 is going to be the more tame duel of the 2 duels. There's always one wild one and one tame one, but these guys are single file already here on lap 3 or 4, so it looks like it's going to be pretty tame. They're just going to log some laps and fight it out in the end.
So that's a smart move.
This year's the first year that we're really doing some heavy teams. Do you expect TJR? It looks like they have 2, 4, and 5. Do you expect them to poke out at any point? Maybe try to make a move?
Absolutely. In practice and warm-ups and even in the clash, the TJR guys, as they go right there.
There they go.
I was fixing to say they have been using that high side like crazy. They love trying to make that work. So look.
Crunch is going to try to block. Ooh, Jag's in the wall.
I think you already got the worst end of that. I think he was at the end of that pack and got into the wall as well. Hopefully he doesn't lose the draft here.
I think he's still got the draft. That bottom line's gonna pull him right up to about the next half straightaway.
Yeah, we got 3 blue ovals lined up on the top side. I think the bottom, from what I've seen in Duel 1, might prevail here, but hey, anything can happen.
It looks like Joe's gonna go up with the TJR Fords.
Interesting.
Make no mistake, Joe in the 1 car loves the outside line, so that does not surprise me at all.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Joe will not sit on the bottom. If there's a line that's going to go, he will go.
We'll see if his teammate of K Keen at 22 will also join the line once he's able to. but instead, kicking this 22 allows Joe to come right back down to the inside line and keep on going forward. Already seen some aggression with that outside line.
So just seeing where we're at through the first handful of laps here, guys. Who are you looking out for in this race? Who do you think's got the power and the skill to win this one?
I'm looking at the one of you already heard. He's always quick at these super speedways. He's very smart when it comes to these, and he knows exactly when to make the move and exactly how to make the move as well. Instead of just
That's a good
timing.
pick from you, Ballstick. You already heard swept the Daytona races last season. So he should be a competitor here tonight, or a contender here tonight, I should say. But don't sleep on Lieutenant Crunch, your pole sitter for duel number 2. He's led the whole thing, holding a steady line on the inside. He also won Talladega last season, so he knows how to make his way around plate races. And then one more. Sorry, I got Ronnie Mack, who won the Clash last Thursday. So for
That's who I was going to say, Gator.
Technically his first career North American eRacing League victory, even though it wasn't a points event. Still managed to find victory lane for the first race of the season. So those are my 3 to look out for.
It looks like the Blue Oval's got the outside line working. Looks like Jaw has taken the lead, former Truck Series champion last year, making his move up to Cup part-time.
That's what I've
making
got
a good run to the outside.
I think Jaw's definitely going to be one to contend for this race. Seems like he's fast pretty much everywhere, no matter if it's a truck or a car. So
I'll tell you what, even though that low line's got the numbers, and there's only 4 cars on the high side, but they're so formed up and look really nice.
They're in the wall.
It looks like Jaw's in the wall.
And commentator curse.
Nice. Good job.
I was just fixing to say, they looked very formed up, very clean, and they were heading to the front.
Can't
Jaw
kill
might
him,
have
ended
some
up with some of that
damage,
damage. The right front. But
It looks like Jaw just pushed up off of 2 and got the wall, and then everybody followed suit. So that's the problem with running the outside line. You're on the edge of danger at that point.
well, if they can get up there, my 1 pick went out the window. So just very unfortunate for the one of you already heard. We still
I
have.
don't think they've quite lost the draft, though. They might be able to get back to him if these 2 can stay formed up.
I honestly feel like Kekinus 22 will kind of drop back in order to help his teammate, even though he's kind of helping the enemy there too with TJR. I don't know how things sit over there, but there's a chance. There's a chance.
I think that ship has sailed there. Ballstick, they are starting to race up here.
Yeah, now
in
they're
the front.
starting to move. Just as I said that.
Draven looks like he's going to slack off, though, and come back there and help his teammate and captain kill him. Possibly. He just slowed way down all the way to the back of this pack.
That is a smart
trying
move.
to give him a run.
We have 16 laps remaining in this duel 2.
Yep, we just lap 11 of 26 currently, and Kay Keenitz is currently in a transfer spot in 4th position in the 8 car.
Nice to see one of our truck guys and to also join our cup field in LDL and Xfinity regular for the 500.
Well, that doesn't pose well for the booth on Thursday. Both of the Thursday Cup Series commentators are currently LD Allen's already transferred and Keenitz is in a transfer spot, so might have to find a booth for Thursday if things keep trending in this direction. But I got a pack of 3 back here with Draven joining. You already heard, and Captain Killam. If these guys keep racing up front, this pack of 3 may be able to hunt them down if they stay really close together.
It looks like they've been gaining a bunch of time too.
Keenitz and Swamp Fox with a move to the outside. It's going to be 3-on-2. Let's see what kind of run they can get through the center here.
Got some old teammates running the high line together.
This is absolutely going to allow Draven, Killam, and Joe to catch back up as well.
Yes, they love to see this right here.
If I'm Kay Keenitz here knowing I have to transfer in, I'm riding right behind that 21 car and not moving off the bottom.
It does look like that 3-car pack has caught them just a little bit.
They did, Gator. They ripped off 2/10 last lap. these guys can keep staying formed up, and Enix and Swamp keep looking to the outside, they will have them within another lap or two.
Yeah, this group of 3 is catching really quickly.
I think they got the draft now.
Yep.
Yeah, they were pushing about 207 on the backstretch. They have it.
Yeah, entering turn 3.
It's Swamp's now in the apron. That's not good.
Don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I think Swamp caught that glitch coming out of turn 4.
Oh.
He's going to drop back.
Oh, these guys are going to have a huge run here. That kind of got stalled out a little.
If you're Joe, do you stick behind your teammate of K. Keenitz?
I would say yes, because all he's trying to do is transfer him.
Yeah, he's trying to get him into the show. If I was in that position, I would definitely help the 8 as much as I possibly could.
Well, it looks like Draven's going to push the one of you already heard up the track.
Help to get him back to the pack and then just ditches him.
That's super speedway racing.
As Lieutenant Crunch is still your leader out here in duel number 2 in the 88 Valvoline car. Hasn't dropped past first place tonight. He's been holding a very good line there, and nobody's even tried to make a move to get past him. Other than the TJR train a couple laps ago.
Looked like Joe was going to go up and help Swamp Fox, but decided against it.
Have 8 cars left in this lead group. We're about halfway through this duel number 2.
Yep, we're on 11 to go. So I know last Thursday in the Busch Clash we had a move for the lead on the very last lap coming out of turn 2, if I'm not mistaken, and it really didn't work out for them. So
yeah, I know. I was part of that.
learning from that, do you think maybe these guys make a move with 2 laps to go instead, in case they need to, put up another run on the last lap if it doesn't work on the second to last?
It's definitely possible. I think you need to change up your strategies and do something that your opponents ahead of you aren't expecting. So if you go with 2 to 3 laps to go, they're not going to expect that, and you might be able to be more successful with that move.
Here on 10 to go. Another guy we haven't really mentioned much tonight is the new Cup rookie, Lights Out, was an Xfinity driver last year, and he's running P2, and he's been there pretty much the entire race in that 6 car.
Yeah, he is a 2-time Xfinity Series playoff driver, 2 seasons in a row, and he has opened up his schedule and is free to run the Cup Series this season, so we're happy to have him move up. Definitely proved himself in the Xfinity Series the last 2 seasons. And he's going to be right in the thick of that Rookie of the Year battle.
So who are our other rookies besides Lights Out, Gator? Who do we have?
Oh, man, now you're putting me on the spot. Let me open up the list.
I think it's Lights Out, right. OG Infa, and Sharp.
Yeah, we have got Lights Out. We've got OG Infa, your Xfinity Series champion from Season 2. Jagboy, runner-up in Season 2. Sharp is kind of like a half rookie. He ran quite a number of races in Season 1 and got put down to Xfinity for Season 2, and now he's back in Cup. So I guess you can call him a rookie. And that's it. So we've got 4 rookies here for Season 3 in the NARL Cup Series.
Who's your early Rookie of the Year favorite?
Jagboy.
Jagboy?
Yes, I have Jaw. Right?
Oh, Jaw.
Yeah.
Part-timer.
He's part-time, so I kind of left him out for that reason.
Yeah. We'll just have to see what happens throughout the season, but he shows a lot of speed.
Got a huge run from the 1 car, but I think it's going to fizzle out. These bottom 4, these top 4 cars seem to be attached to the bottom here. Make that the top 6.
They do not want to see him move here.
Yeah, now the cars in second and third, Lights Out and Ronnie Mack, are both part of Pure Auto Racing, the team, so they are teammates. Do you think that they will try to team together and make a move, or you think they're just content right there with second and third, knowing that the rest of the pack behind them might just leave them out to dry?
We'll probably see them make a move here towards the end of the duel, but until then, I don't know. I think they'll just stay single file.
Guys, we did have a lag out here. As looks like Jaw, the 10 car, did lag out.
Oh, that's rough
Sitting
for
on
him.
pit road.
You'll start in the back for the 500. Got a 3-car gap here toward the back of the field. Killam is laid off of his teammate Draven just a little bit, and he is going to make that move to the high side. With You Already Heard going with him, and Swamp Fox trying to keep in tow, but just not enough cars right there.
I just don't think the top line is going to get formed here, boys. It seems like a bottom line. Oh wow, Draven.
Oh, and Draven's going to give a huge shove to Keenitz. Keenitz is not happy. He's going to run Draven all the way down.
Yeah, he was not happy about that move. That's gonna cost Draven the draft.
Indeed.
Fireworks here coming to the end of duel number 2.
We are on 5 to go. I'm coming to 4 this time by.
Indeed, we are.
Oh, and they're going to get a big run here. Ronnie's going to throw a block.
Oh, Ronnie
puts Keenitz to the wall.
Let's get Keenitz 22 over there.
And that is going to knock Keenitz out of a transfer spot, and he's going to have some damage too.
I think he's still going to have the draft of Swamp and kill him. They might be able to hang on here.
That is going to make it tough.
Might just see an ending with these 4 and see who will make a run to go to the top.
I think they're going to be able to hang on.
But the one of You Already Heard is dragging the brake a little bit to help Captain Killam and Swamp Fox, including his teammate K Keenitz 22, because they're also in the draft, I think, with each other.
Keenitz getting awfully far back.
Yep. Unfortunate to see. I was rooting for him there.
It looks like Ronnie Mack just miscalculated that block going into turn 3. I think Keenitz did have the position.
You see it a lot on these plate tracks. You see good blocks and you see some bad ones. We saw it in last year's clash with Big Jim putting K-Bart in the wall on the last lap, so it can happen to anybody.
Got 3 laps to go.
There's 3 laps to go here. What a tough break for Kiki. It's running in 4th pretty much the entire race.
He's going to have to hope that these guys walk him up here. How many are we coming to go? Are we coming to the white?
Coming to 2.
Coming to 2. So, yeah, he's going to have to hope they wad him up here on this next lap, or his chances of making the 500 are over.
Right, done.
They might catch Marksman up there in the 47 car before this race is over with. 2 laps, it's going to be close. That could cause some issues.
Yeah, you'd hope Marksman would just kind of get off to the bottom and not try to mess any of this up.
2 to go. You already heard.
Joe makes the move.
Looking high.
There he goes.
Got Captain Killam behind him, and Swamp Fox is going to join them as well. Make it 3-on-3 here, coming to the white flag.
Got
As
Captain
Killam ducks back low.
Just don't think it's enough, guys.
Fortunately.
With these 3 guys glued to the bottom, I think the only way the outside's going to work here is if Lights Out or Ronnie Mack goes to the outside on the backstretch with this run.
They're catching Marksman.
We know Ronnie Mack and Captain Killam have a little bit of a history from last year.
Yeah, we're about to find out if Lights Out's going to make a move. Looks like he's lagging back just a little bit.
And here we go.
Question is, will Ronnie Mack go with him if he gets a good run?
I believe so.
Oh, and it looks like Crunch stayed outside, expecting the run.
Ronnie is going to go with him.
He does have the run.
What a move by Lights Out if this works. 6 car to the outside.
might surge
How many
ahead.
times have we seen the 6 car in real life too try to make this move?
Crunch is going to get a big push, though. It's going to be neck and neck coming to the line. I think it's going to be.
It's going to be lights out.
I think it's going to be lights.
I think lights got it.
We'll have to see.
Oh man.
Wait,
Yeah, lights got it by
Lights
7
got it.
1,000ths of a second.
7
Whoa, that
1,000ths.
was
Lights
so-
out wins duel number 2 and a great finish.
Lights out, Crunch, Ronnie Mack, Captain Killam, and you already heard the top 5.
What an incredible finish. Wow. If the Daytona 500 ends like that, guys, that's going to be incredible. That was a Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex finish from a couple years ago.
That was great. Great to see.
Yeah, this was a great finish.
Way to cap off a night, though. It's our first season doing the dual races and getting it all set up. It's very time consuming getting everybody in, but what a way to cap it off with a great side-by-side finish to the line. Lights out winning by 7 1,000ths of a second.
All right, let's get the winner in here, huh?
Lieutenant Crunch.
Lights out.
Oh wait, nope. Lights.
Lights out.
So unfortunately, I don't think we had an Xfinity guy transfer over. So first and second place for interviews tonight.
Yeah,
not in the duel.
Keenitz and Marksman failed to transfer over in duel number 2 by not getting a top 5. So we only had one driver out of the 4 to advance in the 500, and that's going to be L.D. Allen, a Final Four Xfinity driver from last season.
Do you need to one of us to invite Lights, or?
I got it. I just sent him one.
As we wait for the winner of duel number 2 to join the party.
We already have some tempers flaring in the Cup Series chat. This is gonna be a fun one.
Gonna be a fun 500 here come Thursday, boys.
Yeah.
Well, Lights out's in the party, but we don't have any voice yet.
Yep, I'm still waiting for it to pop up.
Zoom over here. Yeah, there he
There it
is.
is.
Let's go, dude. That was awesome.
Lights out. How about that? You are the winner of duel number 2. You'll be starting 4th in the 500 because of that, but geez, that's got to feel good to cross the checkered flag first in a Cup Series race in the North American eRacing League.
Yes, sir. That was awesome.
Fun one to watch there, man.
Well,
like to see that.
You rode behind Lieutenant Crunch most all of that race. I'm sure you're getting pretty tired of seeing the bumper, that number 88 Chevrolet. So what were you thinking there with 2-3 to go? I know you and your teammate Ronnie Mack were right there in 2nd and 3rd. How did you guys manage to plan that out or organize it to where you made that winning move on the final lap?
I actually told Ronnie, I said, right when we hit the white flag, I'm gonna drastically drop off, and then midway through one, I said, hammer it and let's go. And that's what it was. That's what we did.
Well, you got just enough of a run, and were able to clear Crunch by 7 1,000ths of a second. So a great start to your season. Will you be able to carry this momentum into the 500, or is this a good confidence booster for you?
Oh yeah. See, I'm high on a horse right now.
Go crack a cold one, my man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congratulations once again, Ballstick, decent. Kev, I don't know if y'all have any questions, but if you do, go for it.
Yeah, I have a question. Lights out. Newman's got a few paint schemes in this game. Are you going to stick with the Castrol scheme again for the 500, or are you going to switch it up?
No, I'm gonna switch it up.
You're going to switch it up to which one?
Yep. The light blue and white one.
They actually gonna run the Daytona scheme. Well,
nice.
Let's hope the results are a little bit better on Heat 5 than they were in the actual 500.
Oh goodness, Gator.
Hey, I mean, if you're gonna run that scheme, be prepared for that question.
Lights,
I hope
I
so.
actually have a question for you, Lights. This is decent up in the booth. You're coming into the Cup Series as a rookie this year. You want to make your stamp. So, what better way to do it in the Daytona 500? Do you think the 500?
Honestly, it's going to depend who's behind me.
I hear you, man.
I don't think that would have worked if I didn't have a teammate behind me, because I don't know if they would have went with me.
Well,
Yeah,
you
it's
got
all.
Go ahead.
You just got to roll the dice at these tracks, man. So
Oh yeah.
best of luck to you on Thursday, and great run.
Thanks, guys.
Say you managed to get an extra pure auto racing driver into the field with LD Allen, so you got a pretty good armada heading into Daytona. Make sure you guys formulate the right plan, and we will see you on Thursday.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys.
All right, guys. Well, I was pretty excited to come up here and join the booth for duel number 2. I don't get to commentate these Cup races too often for obvious reasons, but thoroughly enjoyed watching my competitors out there on the track tonight. So thanks for having me.
Yep. Should we get Crunch in
You're
here
welcome.
too?
Are we going to get Crunch up in here?
I mean, if you want to get if you want to get the runner up for duel number 2 in here, go for it.
I do not have him on friends list.
Alright. This race had a lot more action, I believe. Although the first one was a lot more cleaner. This one, man, had a lot of contact. It was already having tempers flaring after this one.
That was an
And
incredible
we're joined by
finish, though.
Lieutenant Crunch.
Hey there, Crunch.
Well, Crunch, you led the whole thing to come up 7/1000 short there at the line, and a great finish in duel number 2. But you still start second on the outside of the front row for the 500 by virtue of your qualifying results, so you were locked into that spot. So I guess duel 2 is pretty good practice for you, but is there anything else you could have done to, I don't know, hold off Lights and be able to bring home the dub?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I blocked them pretty much exactly like I wanted to in the backstretch because I wanted to slow them down and force them high. I didn't want to give them the bottom. I knew I was a sitting dock. But, I thought I got a side draft on coming out of the 4, and I thought, I had 4 cars behind me going to the line. I thought I'd at least get a nose on, and we just stayed nose to nose and got another second. So I guess that's 2 seconds for tonight. But hopefully,
I mean, I'll take seconds all season long and not complain about it.
yeah, I guess I just NR Lewis tonight,
Oh.
Shade already. All right. Well, going into that race, knowing you were locked into second place, starting the 500, what was your mindset going into that? Were you just going to use this practice, or what were you thinking heading into that?
Yeah, I was going to use this practice. I was just going to run, as many laps as I could in the lead. But, I was kind of hoping people were going to be a little more racy, and I was kind of expecting to get shuffled back. And then if I did get shuffled back, I really just wanted to really work on trying to make a bunch of runs with everybody. But it didn't work out. I just got a lot of practice running the yellow line.
Yeah, even though there were some fireworks in Duel 2, it seemed like it was more of the tame duel than Duel number 1, where you saw a lot more outside lane racing, side by side, 3 wide and stuff. But you managed to work it just fine and bring home P2, so nothing to hang your head over, and pretty good motivation and confidence heading into the 500, so congratulations on second place.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Crunch, this is Kev up in the booth, man. Great race. Tough finish there. Do you think there's anything you could have done differently there? Did you see Lights out maybe backing off there in turn 1, and do you think you could have backed up a little bit to him to kind of slow down the run?
I thought about that, but last time I tried doing that, I backed up the same time they got a run, and I just screwed myself, and they really blew past me. So I'm not too big of a fan of backing up with people anymore. But I guess if I could have got a little bit farther behind them in the turn, so I could have got more at their quarter panel, so the side draft kind of worked on them maybe a little better, instead of just kind of just stopped them maybe more than it. I don't really think my side draft really was that effective there coming out of 4, but
I just think if I had a better side draft out of 4 and then had the 4 cars behind me to push me, I would have been fine. But it is what it is.
Tough break though. You're starting outside pole in the 500 on Thursday night. So good luck to you. Ball stick decent. Any questions from you guys?
Yeah. So after this duel from the night, do you have any expectations heading into the 500 and seeing whether it's going to be more aggressive or less aggressive or just outright the same?
I think it'll be more aggressive. I honestly do. I think more what I'm taking out tonight is, I mean, I was in front, but I still, you see things in between the clash and the night. I know who I want to work with and who I definitely don't want to work with, So that's more what I'm taking from nights like this.
All right.
Well, there you have it. Our runner-up here in duel number 2 and front row starter in the Daytona 500 on Thursday, Lieutenant Crunch 08. Congratulations once again on your run tonight.
Thank you.
Well, that brings the inaugural North American eRacing League duels to an end here tonight. But Kev, decent ball stick. Any final takeaways before we let everybody sign off for the night?
No, as far as the cup racing, I think these guys are ready for Thursday night. I think it will be more aggressive because those guys know that they have stages to race for, stage points, could be cautions. It's going to be as I like to say, balls to the wall on Thursday for the 500. I think you have to be in the top 4 positions to have a chance to win this race. But I am ready for this truck race tomorrow night, boys. I'm telling you, it's going to be a blast.
Definitely for those who are still tuned in, like Kev just mentioned, tomorrow night, the trucks, they're out on the track for their season opener at Daytona. Got some returning veterans, returning playoff drivers, some guys dropping down. Got some brand new drivers. It's a full field tomorrow night, and that's going to be wild.
I expect the DMs to be flying all throughout Discord over the next couple days, trying to figure out who you're going to work with, who you're not going to work with, who's going to be in a party chat, who's not, who you're going to have muted. Lots of storylines are going to be building up to Thursday. Trust me.
Definitely, I can't wait for it.
And then you're going to have tons of DMs after the race, with a lot of talking after the 500. But it's going to be one heck of a season. This is my second year in the league, and I'm excited, man. This is a good group of guys, and it's something fun to do to get a break from real life, and just thank you all for having me, and I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way. So I'm excited for the season, and let's get it.
Sir. Well, I'm excited to be racing here on Wednesday night.
Same.
It'll be Kev Bro God, Decent House, or not? Did you change your name from Kev Bro God to Kev Bro 716?
Yeah, we dropped the God this year. New season, new name. We're going.
Yeah. This season will be fun. We got a bunch of new teams. I think we have the most amount of teams in the Xfinity Series because not everyone has. I don't think every team has, unless they do. But who knows? Who cares? We'll find out later. But Wednesday night should be fun. We got Daytona coming up, and I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too.
Daytona. Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday. All you subscribers, tune in. It's going to be fun.
Indeed. But we'll talk to you guys later on behalf of the North American eRacing League. I'm glad you guys came by and stopped and paid attention, hopefully. Sorry if it was a little scuffed. It's kind of my first time doing it. Everyone else, have a good night, and tune in. Talk to you later.